Hot topic for content creators. This is where I pitch a hot topic to you guys. You guys turn around, create your own content on said topic. And this is merit versus market. The subject that I would like to start a conversation on revolves around the effects of special interest groups, club membership associations, and affiliate organizations upon the merit as well as the marketing of published works. I want to make it clear that I'm just going to brush the surface of this subject because I really want to hear what other individuals have to say. Full disclosure, I am not, nor have I ever been, a member of an association, organization, or artist union. So for those who have, or if you are currently participating in something like that, this could be an opportunity for you to speak your mind and share your experience. So, as an individualist, I see all these group-oriented activities as an outsider looking in. In other words, I don't always have insider info, and I don't always get the scoop as far as what's written on the memos. I can only speak upon my personal concerns as I observe the behavior of individuals that participate within these groups while I pay attention and make note of the ways in which certain people move within some of these groups. Now, when I say concern in this context, I'm referring to what this means for publishing. And more specifically, I'm concerned about what this means for indie publishing. My first concern is the unspoken implication of honoring an in-group preference or out-and-out bias, which tends to influence individuals for better or for worse when it comes to appreciating any piece of work. So what do I mean by that? I think this can be a double-edged sword because on one hand, individuals may, keyword may, receive the support of the group through their praise, purchase, and perhaps even in the form of tailor-made accolades. That's right. Some of you may be privy to the antics of Hollywood and their good old boys award shows that serve to reinforce the credibility of their own industry. There are also organizations that do the same exact thing by rewarding their own members who are required to pay dues in order to be recognized for nomination in the first place. Now, I'm not 100% sure that's how every association operates, but nevertheless, anyone with an ounce of integrity will not only see how that can have a negative impact upon the market in terms of artistic merit, but also create, if not outright foster and perpetuate an unnecessary, what I think is an unnecessary conflict of interest among a whole variety of artists. One of the ways in which I think this conflict takes shape is when individuals, whether intentionally by their own free will or through group motivation, begin ostracizing outsiders because they aren't an active supporter of the cause or a member of the cult. I mean, club. And prominent members of the group may even go as far as to discredit anyone trying to make it on their own. Not necessarily for the lack of talent or skill, but because according to them, the individual hasn't paid their dues. Which in their eyes simply means that the individual hasn't reached into their pocket and paid the toll, so to speak, to appease the gatekeepers. They haven't done anything that has been to the benefit of the group, or worse yet, they haven't formally declared allegiance and adopted the group's ideological stance, political mantras, etc., etc., etc. Keep in mind, we're talking about art, entertainment, and creative endeavors. I'm talking about artists here, believe it or not. I understand the way I'm talking right now, you'd think I was talking about politicians running for office. Suffice to say, the reason why this concerns me is because it sends a message to aspiring authors and all the young artists out there that the quality of their work is not as important as their loyalty to a banner, a literal flag, or a trademark of some sort. Like the only reason their work is getting any attention at all is because they're willing to toe the line for the powers that be, which are usually the founding members and early adopters who have already become well established and are held in high acclaim by everyone else within whatever organization the young talent is forming an entanglement with. Now, if we were to look at this strictly from a marketing standpoint, what does all that sound like to you? To me, all of that sounds like a textbook MLM blueprint or multi-level marketing scheme. That's exactly what that sounds like to me, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of referral program for the paying members of some of these associations or organizations. Listen, you recruit 5 or more of your friends, and if they sign up, then your yearly membership will be free of charge. You will also reach a new level of respect within the group. We'll even give you a special pin to commemorate your new milestone within the organization. You see what I'm saying? I think you can see where I'm going with all of this. At least I hope I got my point across. But I want to hear what you have to say. Are you a part of any kind of special interest group? I encourage you to stand up and speak for yourself. Tell me if you think there's any merit to what I've said here today. And if you think the infiltration of in-group preference is creating a negative impact or a positive influence upon the indie scene. Keyword indie.